Blue Chip at 1-5 back on May 25th. So that one potentially some value here. But either way, we know because Doncic was fifth in the last race, it's the top 5 from this elimination that'll make next week's final. So maybe that's kind of something interesting. You know, we were talking about it. I assume the drivers in the back of their head hopefully probably want to know that information. That they know if they finish fifth here, they are good the next week, and obviously an open draw behind the winners, so they could still get a pretty good post.
Horses have reached the gate. It's post time for the 10th race. Final check of the tote board shows number 3, Poppy's Pistol, as the 6-5 betting favorite. Now 3-1 second choice is the 6, Swingtown. At 7-2, the 5, Sippinonsearoc, and at 9-2 is the 7, Fallout. Horses are behind the gate for the 10th race, the second elimination for the Grade 1 Delvin Miller Adios pace for the Orchids. From the rail out, it's Wedlock Blue Chip, Railroad Station, Poppy's Pistol, Makes Sense, Sippinonsearoc, Swingtown, Fallout, Glowing Lou on the outside. And they're off. Quick start for the 7, Fallout, with the 5, Sippinonsearoc to the inside, the 2, Railroad Station. On the outside come both the 6, Swingtown, and the 3, Poppy's Pistol. Away 6th into the turn is Wedlock Blue Chip, followed by Makes Sense in 7th. Early trailer is Glowing Lou. Adios Pacers move through the first turn. Fallout to the front for Tim Tetrick. Racing second is Sippinonsearoc, then it's Swingtown third. Poppy's Pistol sits 4th. Racing 5th is Railroad Station. Fields around the turn and over to the opening quarter-mile marker in 26 2/5. Into the lane for the first time, it's Fallout with the lead. Sippinonsearoc is second, Swingtown next in third, then it's Poppy's Pistol 4th. Railroad Station sits 5th, Wedlock Blue Chip 6th. At the back are Makes Sense and Glowing Lou. No challengers up top for Fallout. Tim Tetrick's getting things all his way, leading this field over to the halfway point in 54 3/5. Past the paddock and down the backstretch, Sippinonsearoc is second. Swingtown is third. Poppy's Pistol still 4th to the inside. Here comes Wedlock Blue Chip. He's first out. And that's going to force Poppy's Pistol to the outside from 4th and get a little cover for Wedlock Blue Chip. Closing on the inside is Railroad Station. Next in 7th is Makes Sense, and the trailer is Glowing Lou. Heading for the 3/4, Poppy's Pistol getting serious now. He's charging on the outside to try to get to Fallout. Sippinonsearoc on the inside, off stride. The 4 Makes Sense. 3/4, 1:21 4. On the outside, Poppy's Pistol puts the nose in front, but Wedlock Blue Chip is 3 deep and closing. Here comes Swingtown 4 wide. Sippinonsearoc needs room, top of the stretch, and they're on their way home. Wedlock Blue Chip grabs the lead. Swingtown closes on the outside. Sippinonsearoc to the inside. Makes Sense trying to get back into it late through the stretch. Swingtown, Sippinonsearoc, those two to the line in 1:50 1/5. Sippinonsearoc on the inside, Swingtown on the outside. Now the Burke stable, I think they've got the top 2 spots. My initial look out the window, I thought Sippinonsearoc got there, but how did he get there is the question. But we're going to wait for a photo on that. The 6 was on the outside. Look at Yannick. He's got a ton of horse. And watch the 2 Railroad Station, the other Burke horse. He's trying to find room late. This was a wild finish here as Poppy's Pistol tires. Fallout had already tired. 6 on the outside, I thought had grabbed a short lead. Here comes the 2 closing late. Wedlock Blue Chip was impressive, but Sippinonsearoc on the inside, that is going to be a tight photo. Looking out the window, I thought the 5. Looking at the replay, I think the 6, and it is the 6, Swingtown over Sippinonsearoc. Edison, what a finish.
Jeff, let's start with the most obvious, important thing of this. You were having discussions. Plenty of other people were discussing with me. Swingtown could be the favorite. 8-1 is what he ended up going off at. Look at the value on Swingtown. Anybody who picked him, I know I've already got 6 texts on my phone. I know what they all say. So anyone who had this horse at 8-1, that's incredible value on this horse. 4-5 on Poppy's Pistol. Even though I like the horse, never in my wildest dreams did I think he could be that short. Or even 9-5 on Sippinonsearoc. I mean, that is obscene value to get 8-1 on Swingtown.
I liked him from the start. I did not expect him to go at 8-1. I did like Swingtown there, and yeah, that was quite the finish to that one. Fallout was a little bit of a surprise being on the front, and 54 3, 21 4. He just could not sustain it coming home. And Poppy's Pistol made his move, but he couldn't sustain it. And you know the horses that were battling for the lead at the 3/4, both of them faded off the ticket. I did not catch who was 5th in here. But again, whoever was 5th is going to get that transfer spot to next week.
Let's see. I think it was the 4 that was coming up the inside after Poppy's Pistol. I don't want to misquote myself on that, but that might be right.
I'm not sure. Back in front of the stands, the winner of the 10th race, the second elimination for the Grade 1, Delvin Miller Adios pace, number 6, Swingtown, owned by the Burke Racing Stable, Hatfield Stables, Knox Services, and RAS Racing. Ron Burke gets the training win. Ronnie Wrenn with the Adios Elimination winning drive. Swingtown, 3-year-old Colby down by the seaside, is now 3-4-6 on the season, getting the victory in his Adios Elimination in 150 and 1/5. Director of Racing Scott Lisha making the presentation in the winner's circle to the connections of Swingtown. And what a move Wedlock Blue Chip put in there. For a brief moment there, I thought we might have a major upset with Wedlock Blue Chip. Again, as I said, he was kind of the sentimental pick for me onto the ticket as a $10,000 modest yearling price. And boy, he accounted well for himself here. 6-5-2-1 on the board.
He did do very well there, Wedlock Blue Chip. Dexter Dunn obviously had some factor in that, I'm sure, with his driving abilities, not the knock of the horse or anything else, but Dexter Dunn probably not going to pick that one next week, though, I suspect.
That'll open up that drive, but yeah, that was quite the finish there. And I'd have to assume that you're going to see David Miller back on. Well, we can't assume, but I'd say there's a good chance because that's been his drive most of the season. It's been Wedlock Blue Chip. 6-5-2-1 unofficially in the 10th race, waiting on the official sign and waiting to see who that 5th place finisher was as well.
And you know, Jeff, there will be opportunities, kind of doing the quick early analysis here. Yannick Gingras, you figure, is probably going to take Sippinonsearoc over Poppy's Rocket, so there's a drive that becomes